From the golden coast to the beating drums, our fathers stood tall when the journey began. With courage in their hearts and hope in their cry, they built a land whose dreams could never die. Their sweat brought us freedom, their spirit kept us strong. Now the soul of Ghana lives in every song. But the work is not finished, the dream still calls. A nation rises only when one soul stands for all. Let us hold each other's hands, let division be undone. For the land of Black Star shines brighter when we stand as one. God bless our homeland Ghana, and make our nation great and strong. Let the anthem guide our footsteps, let unity be where we belong. For the sweat of our ancestors still speaks through the land, calling us to build the Ghana we want with our hearts and our hands. Kwame Nkrumah lit the flame, our mothers held it high. Warriors of yesterday sang freedom to the sky. They fought for justice, for dignity, for peace, so the Ghanaian child could live with endless possibilities. Now the shadows watch us, so hear the silent plea. God, the freedom we created, let Ghana truly be free. No tribe, no tongue, no color.
We have this here for almost all programs. Yet to me, said when they are saying, Abra, there was some people, and what if you are not on for the money, and I said, would have coupons are ever. It means I'm real, you have a more opportunity. On the young principal, Methodist College of Education, acting on that very Reverend Solomon Kwame Jamba, ever some pie, Sharon, Abra, Reverend ever. And some more, we do have and some more.
The organizers, the MC, and all an honor to be here this morning to offer the opening prayer for this program. I'll humbly beseech all of us to connect with me so we can bring this program before the grace, the honor, and the mighty one, our Lord and our Maker. The message Makandina Tiawan said, Meda Wangashi Shady as our tone suffering said, Mimedi and in my more empire. Message a way in I for Yakumani again and Kayachri, I am more empire. And idiom, or my see trust. In all humility, let us pray. Otumfu Nyankopon. Adinina Sutumfu. And I don't pay Umaya Dawasi. Near Kamfudin, walk and Panachadiani Asubia, or the Abdom, Yemensi, and the Yamaingana. Ne Empa, one man say, yes, Shia, and they Yemedi Komo, Birim Central in Punto Titu Business and Investment Forum, I say. The Jitum said, Onyankopon tumfo wona oye nyansa nyina adwempa nyina ekoso nyina ne yedie nyina fareba se abra abamu mpanyimfo ahia nananom ne ahemfo ahia wona sika kura wo nsema wo de hye dwumadie ma etumpon ahia yi adwumayefo enkoso boafo ene omanfo ahia ha wo dwumadie titiri ase nyame yesrew branefa wo konkron no bedi enkan kyerɛ adwen ne nsɛm ne agyinaeɛ a ɛbɛboa ma Birim Central atumpɔn ɛna nɔpɛ yɛbɔ mpae ne yɛkae yɛ man yɛka sɛ Awurade hyerɛ ɔmampanyin n'asoafoɔ ɛbrahyɛbadwafoɔ ahemfo nananom abamu mpanyimfoɔ wɔn a atumpɔn ne wɔn a dwumadi ahodoɔ hyɛ wɔn nsa assembly members Mensi ni bano before, ni obi biara wasiesie ne sɛ ɔmmɔ ɔman nkɔsoɔ no Awurade hyira wɔn ayɛ. Ma wɔn nyansa baako yɛ ne akoma pa a ɛbɛma Birim Central anya nkɔsoɔ ne mmra yɛn mmabunu yɛn mmeranteɛ yɛn nketesia ne nipadɔm a ɛwɔ mu nyinaa. Yɛbɔ mpaeɛ titiri wɔn a ekuta bodwa dwumadie ne nyinaa a yɛfrɛ the small scale industries ne nyinaa. And Kawama or Dumbi every soro abatum wame. The Jumapiara warrior at Tumpon. Ye bomb pire and then unopay Setenian Ponyam Coupon. And Commodium man near yet I Kofa. May yet the Adrian Crom. Man near any Apumacrom, any impeccable or mine. Not man see a Biabamono. And on a year's or Subi Mount Coswalk. And to the Frenchman, and Famans in Ghana for Naina. Onyanko, yes, and the Chassis, and the Yanko. Not for Yambra every year. Now we are the Samaya, then you are Seda in Kabiamo. We thank and we bless you that you have answered us because the confidence is that you are here with us. In Jesus' name. We are praying. Amen.
Nana Enchi Apple the tent. Abuago Adontingri, Nana Waha, Yaboakaba. Nana Kofi Odro, Agua, Abuabuja Singri, Nana also Yaboakaba. Ochi Kofi Frempong, Ivan Zousu Secretary, Yawa Emmanuel Kisi, and also a farm manager, also Waha. Yamamujina wo akaba. Mr. Breno, the co-MC, everybody na 24 hours so baba abedi omedi. Na tiame, enti ebefrem. Oba beyi na nane ni penifo edi amaye. Enti sɛ yɛ pɛsɛ bɛyɛ mfomsoɔ na yɛ nkotodwan nti no bobo aho Nananom post na go say police for the security for the post. One can hear pen na nya pass am. It's you call on you to introduce Nana and his entourage.
Yeni kan yende nyamia sese kwanye kesi back to some victim legacy. So bra number 3. Yeni kan nana ama ejewa jekuwa asani hima ena idira bisabe kusu. Nana go branch for yes asani. Yawa wachemi enim. Kwa hini chairman no. Of report that is Africa, across the Union, what to my country. I say, yeah, I can't. I don't know, Daddy, I next year, son. They make a say, take the mountain, catch Rafa, come on, Henry, or see a day, doctor, performance across the line. I think that come on, Henry, across the
Mpanimfo a moahyia ɛma ɛne mmarima meda mo nyinaa mo ase sɛ mo asɛn mo mmerɛ sɛ mo ba kotokuma mu ha na mo abɛboa atoato adwen na mo apɛ kwan a nkurɔfoɔ development a ɛrekɔ so yi kotokuma nso ebetumi afa ne ntoma pa ɛfra wɔ saa ɛkwan no so ɛyɛ nkɔsoɔ kwan so ɛnyɛ me nwanwa sɛ mmea me ba MCE mmerɛ so yi no wɔtumi ahyehyɛ biribi sei na wɔafrɛ mpanimfoɔ sɛ ɔmo mmra na sɛ ɔmo wɔ adwenkyerɛ bi a ɔmo atumi de aboa mmerɛ bi a woyɛ biribi a wɔsɛ wo nipa no a botae no esi w'ani so no ɛwɔ sɛ wohu baabi a woawo mu no sɛ woyɛ hwan wofiri he botae bɛn na esi w'ani so kwan bɛn so na wofa de akɔ w'anim ama wabrabɔ akɔ yie kakra a mɛka historically ne sɛ kotokufoɔ yɛ dɛnkyerɛfoɔ kotoku dɛnkyerɛ nyinaa ɛtumi kyekyere ɔman kɛseɛ a na tete no ɛyɛ anuanom mmiɛnsa a na ɔmo establish businesses a ɔmo tumi ɛma dɛnkyerɛ empire no ɛbɛyɛ kɛse koraa na dɛnkyerɛ empire no anuanom mmiɛnsa no na deɛ ɔdi mfimfini a ɛyɛ kotoku hene a ɔyɛ agonamɛn no ɔno nana ne nsɛm ɛwɔ bie paa ɛtete no na panin no piesie no ɛyɛ ne gold adwuma ɛwɔ ɔfen dɛnkyerɛ amani ampɔn ɛho ɛna kotoku hene nso ɛyɛ ne gold adwuma ɛwɔ nsuo ɔdan ne mmienu no te wei nsuo ɔdan no wɔ nifa ɛna ɔfen wɔ benkum na yɛyɛ ne yɛn nsɛm ɛwɔ bie ɛpaa enti ma yɛtumi akyekyere dankyira ɛkɔkyekyere asante akyɛm ɛma kotoku hene ɛne mampɔn hene nana mpɔn agye ɛkɔkyekyere kwawu sɛdeɛ mobɛhu baabi a kotoku no ne tentacles no ɛkɔka a yɛfiri kwawu no nti wokɔ kwawu a yɛwɔ abusuapani wɔ kuro biara so bɔmen abusuapani wɔ hɔ wokɔ yɛfrɛ ne sɛn asaka abusuapani wɔ hɔ tafo abusuapani wɔ hɔ nkuro no nyinaa kotoku abusuapani ɛwɔ hɔ mimi da etwa mu yi ɛna ɔtwe na mewɔ bokuruwa fisɛ na mewɔ faase ɔhema wɔ hɔ no aka mu sɛ kwawu nso no kwawu nsaase no yɛse kwawu nsaase no ahen mmienu na ɔmo nsaase so a ɛyɛ bokuruwa hene ɛne tafo yɛfrɛ ne sɛn abetifi hene enti kotoku no ɛnsa ɛtrɛ kɔ kwawu ansana nana fempɔ ɔma nso ɛgya kwawu no ɛhɔ ama ne mma a ɛyɛ kɔɔman hene na ɔresane aba bɛda prana no aba bɛkyekyere kotokuman enti ɛyisu saa opportunity ɛde kyerɛ sɛ kotoku abɔ bra Ghana ha sɛ wopɛ native state a ɛwɔ the most wealth a kotoku ɛnni kan ɔbɛtɔ so mmienu but we believe sɛ kotoku ɛna ɛdi kan nti when a forum like this comes na sɛ yɛfrɛ ɔman hene a ɛwɔ sɛ me mma mewɔ faase me nuanom nyinaa ɛte aseɛ sɛ biribi sɛ ɛnyɛ biribi foforɔ koraa ɛma kotoku man hene ɛfiri sɛ kɔnongo mines a me nana ɛkyekyere ne yɛfrɛ no obenim ase mines no me nana frempɔn ɔman so na ebie saa gold mines no nti when it comes to business a yɛn nso ɛne ɛkyekyere gold mines ɛwɔ baabi a ntrɔnan wɔ yɛkyekyere 150 years koraa atwam ɛhɔ sika na yɛde ba ɛtɔɔ saa asase yɛte so ɛfrɛ no ɔdan nti wɔ sɛ kotoku no mu hu sɛ when it comes to business a we are there na mmerɛ baa ne ehu sɛ kotoku no ne din ne n'ahoɔden no ɛrekɔ fam nti menim baabi a nananom ɛso daeɛ ɛma ɔmo nana a me nana a ɔdi frimpɔ ɔma nso akyi nan no yɛbɛfa me firi America sɛbe America nso woyi dɔktafoɔ a ɔmo adwuma ɛsɔ ani wɔ New York nso a ebia ne nana yi ɔte ha yi a America no sɛ wopɛ 4-star 5-star doctors a meka ho a nananom so daeɛ ma a ɔmo yɛ sɛ menya adwuma no nto hɔ na memɛpɛ ɛkwan na mensa mpagya kotokuman no ɛno nti na mete ha yi na in the process no yɛayɛ adwuma no akɔ akyiri bebree na opportunity yɛ aba no mebie ɛho kakra ɛnso de akyerɛ mo na mo ahu sɛ ansa na forum yi bɛba no koraa no ɔman hene atua na mo bebree ne egu nsa nso a yɛfrɛ no ananom sɛ ɛkwan biara so ɔmpagya kotokuman na kotokuman no edin ɛmɛyɛ kɛse koraa nkyɛn tete no enti ɛkɔbaa sɛ yɛgu nsa a yɛsrɛ nkwa yɛsrɛ development nso ɛno nti obiara anim ɛkwan a ɛfa soɔ yɛsɛ yɛbɛyi kwan afiri nkran akɔ Kumase a wɔnhwɛ the center of saa super highway no ɛne akyem dan enti in the next 2 years no so wopɛ sɛ ofiri ɔkyem dan ɛrekɔ nkran a it will take you only 50 minutes because ɛfiri yɛ junction so a ɛkɔpem nkran ɛyɛ 52 miles per. That is what prayers are yɛn no yɛfrɛ nananom a yɛfrɛ nkɔsoɔ no bi ɛkɛse paa ne saa deɛ wei ɛfiri sɛ sɛ woproduce goods na sɛ wode fa saa kwan a ɛfa so yi sɛ wode kɔ nkran a investor bi ani hɔ a ɔbɛyɛ interested but through our prayers no seesei no kotoku woproduce biribiara within 50 minutes na wowɔ nkran within an hour and a few minutes na wɔ tɛma na woyɛ shipment yɛto anammɔn yɛaho mpanimfoɔ yɛne several provinces ɛwɔ China ɛrekasa. Kotoku very soon no yɛbɛnya sister provinces ɛwɔ China a wɔn ɛde wɔn industries ɛreba ɛna sɛdeɛ mo asom nim no Ghana ha no seesei no yɛn products nyinaa no ɛkɔ outside without a value addition ɛna yɛn nyinaa nso nim sɛ ansana development bɛba no you have to develop your industries ansana industry no the value secondary value ama o products ansana adwuma a woyɛ no ɛmfasoɔ aba so nti in that vein no enti na yɛ making so much contact with Korea, with Russia, with China, with Europe. In fact, as of yesterday, na many European Union for company for adwuma sɛ deɛ product no bi yɛbɛtumi atɔn wɔ Europe. Enti etu anamɔ ɛde nkɔso papa bi aba Kotokuma mu ha. Enti ɛnɛ metumi kasa ɛreba awieɛ no pɛ sɛ meba Kofi Brako Kusi Brako aba so sɛ in the past 27 years you know, this is the first time a government appointee who the value that we bring as traditional leaders in the development of Ghana. Your core ministries near the Ensua, your chairman also your niece your de home, and one who said, blueprints a Google Diamond, yet a bit Miyama blueprints no ayajuma. Inclusion. The vision said, Yam fire good year, Emma foreigners near the no. We are also educating Baby Abekobiano. Yan Sasi, wealth is defined by land ownership. It is yet as you near the Ansasi. I'm a foreigner, be a one papa be a foreigners, without actually taking the time to put value on what contracts I hear signing say, yeah, sorry, I say 10%. 10% of what? We evaluate at the end of sign home contract. First, you evaluate, said the Arabs no, evaluate your oil no. You evaluate it first, put value on what you have, and send what was signing percentages. Into yet one among the brain in our ministries. Yanso yani so ade ho no ya cheche mu bi ade akyere aban no said the aban no be ho say yen no yen efforts no complement aban. They shouldn't see us as competitors but yen share the ideas ba ebetumi aboa oman no enti Kofi Brako this all goes for you nanano aso dae amo ho say if government works with traditional leaders or more vision now, omunim direction I was on my no kwa. I give it to you. Why are they?
When we see beautiful things happen, and our bosses, who are the politicians, when they are taking the glory, there are some people who are behind the steering wheels, and they are changing and directing affairs. And one of such persons is the Birim Central Municipal Coordinating Director. Let's give up to him. He is coming upstage to give us the reason why we have gathered here. I know some of you will be wondering, why are we here? Why are we here? Are you lost? Are not lost? The big man, the great man, the man behind everything, every success of the assembly is coming up. Let's give up to him. Until he gets here, please let's make it big for him. He has encouraged us. He was here yesterday morning till 8 o'clock when we all left here. And it's the brain behind all these things that we are seeing this morning. Director, are you go?
Thank you very much. I think my work here is very simple. The purpose of our gathering. Nana Chairman, and Omahini, Dachi Kotoku, traditional area. Nanano, Dachi Kotoku, traditional area. Sogo Chief Imam and his elders, representative of the Ministry of Trade and Industry, my Chief Director, Office of the President in charge of 24-hour economy, and partnership for innovations and investments,
Regional Director of Ghana Investment Promotion Center, Regional Director, Yogo, Head of Security Agencies here, Regional Director of SNIT, distinguished investors and development partners present here, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, members of the media present here, and all protocol cordially observed. Section 12, subsection 3, Section 12, subsection 3A of the Local Governance Act, Act 936 of 2016 states the district, municipal, and metropolitan assemblies shall be responsible for the overall development of the district. For that matter, Birim Central Municipal Assembly. We all know development must be holistic and all-inclusive. More often than not, district, municipal, and metropolitan assemblies have been associated with mostly the social aspect of development, such as health, education, sanitation, vulnerability, etc. So, my laptop is faster than me. Yeah, so you always hear assemblies constructing classroom blocks, kids campus, boreholes, providing support for persons living with disability. However, Section 12, Section C of the same Local Government Act enjoins assemblies to promote and support productive activity and social development in the district and remove any obstacles to initiative and development. Holistic development cannot be said to have taken place without economic empowerment. Most of our youth are finding it difficult to secure jobs after school. And as an assembly, we know that the best way to create sustainable jobs for all the teeming youth is through private sector development and cooperation. It is for this reason that the Birim Central Municipal Assembly has taken this initiative to organize business and investment forum to ensure all-inclusive accelerated economic development for the entire municipality and other adjoining districts in the municipality. I stand here, Nana Chair, to thank all of you for honoring our invitation to this business and investment forum and wish ourselves fruitful deliberation. God bless Ghana, God bless Birim Central Municipal Assembly, God bless Utoku Omani, God bless you. Thank you for your presence.
The able chief executive, the one and only affable chief executive, the one and only hardworking chief executive, the one who has able to govern all his staff.
Thank you very much. Before I proceed to deliver my speech, I would like to say a few words in our local dialect, which is P. See, Nana Roma, with whom I was studying on Dr. Foucault, then the second and seven Capredi, and Sana, I can kindly say, Yakutebu and Krakas. And said, and there, you may be a and then, Indians and Canada, she said, Adi Biano, Senyankopon, Ama Nyansa, and I say, wama wo ehu nimdeɛ na entimi enye yi na mpempi no so no nyame ɛso anaasɛ nyame ma yɛ ayɛ biribi a ɔde fa nipa so ɛm sɛ afe atwa mu no ɛberɛ a His Excellency John Mahama ɛbɔ me din sɛ ɔde ne mpaboa baako ahyɛ me ɛwɔ Birim Central ha sei no ɛm sɛ ɛberɛ a ɛkɔmfɛ me wie no mewɔ adwuma mu ana aberanteɛ baako ɛbaa me hɔ ɛna ɔka kyerɛ me sɛ ɔwɔ anisuadehu bi ɔpɛ sɛ ɔne me kyɛ na unfortunately saa anisuadehu no ɔne MMDCs bebree ɔmo abakɔ akyɛ but ɛyɛ a ɔmo ntae ɛmfa nyɛ adwuma anaasɛ ɔmo mfa nyɛ adwuma nti mebusaa no saa na anisuadehu no ɛna ɔka kyerɛ me sɛ ɔpɛ sɛ yɛde businessmen ɛwɔ yɛn portable ha nyinaa aba together na yɛde nananom nso ɛbɛka ho ɛsan sɛ nananom na asase a yɛte so yi ɛyɛ ɔmo dea na yɛma aban mu mpanimfoɔ nso ɛba na yɛbɛyɛ business and ɔno ne deɛ no wanto ne din business and investment forum but saa idea yi a yɛde ahyehyɛ program yi ɛyɛ saa aberanteɛ no na ɔne me bɛkyɛ deɛ nti a meka saa ne sɛ mpɛn pii no sɛ Ghanafoɔ to aba no ase yi aban a na ɔmo a ɛnyɛ ɔmo amanyɔkuo na ɛwɔ aban no so no na ɔmo te nkyɛn sɛ okay sɛ mo na mo so mo bɛtumi ayɛ nti mo nyɛ na ɛyɛ nhwɛ na saa aberanteɛ a mebɔ ne din ɔnyɛ obi a ɔbɛka sɛ ɔyɛ NDC ni nti ɛnna mi gyina ha no mo sɛ yɛ ahansa na mede ma no di sɛm ɛbɛtu dwa no mepɛ sɛ mefa saa akɔnya yi so na meda aberanteɛ no ase ɛsan sɛ broni sɛ exchange of ingratitude is even painful than that of the bee nti yɛnua Bismarck ofori ata wɔ ha a bɛpɛ sɛ wɔbɛpɛgya wo mu na yɛho no ɛm sɛ dwumadi a yɛdi wɔ ha sɛ nyinaa no yɛnua Bismarck ɔna ɔyɛ ɔconceive saa idea wei a yɛtumi adedi ho nkɔmmɔ with yɛn assembly mpanimfoɔ ɛyɛ planning engineer ɛne directors a ɛyɛ coordinating director so ɛbɔ yɛkyi dɔm a ɛndɛ yɛtumi ɛho adeɛ fɛfɛɛfɛ yi na deɛ twa toɔ ɛyɛ aseda mu rɛmpem asi edu aseda kɛseɛ a mede kɔ ama me papa me wura ɛyɛ ɔseadeɛ Dr. Frimpɔma nso a ɔtɔ so 9 ɛsan sɛ dwumadi ɔmampanin de hyɛ me nsa yi meka nipa baako a ɔwɔ gyidi wɔ me mu paa sɛ adwuma no mɛtumi ayɛ a ɛno ne me papa ɔseadeɛ Dr. Frimpɔma nso na adeɛ ɛyɛ me dɛ koraa ne sɛ yɛn program yɛ yɛhyehyɛ yi in fact na ɔseadeɛ yɛ nso wɔ another program a ɛso a nipa a nanka ɔseadeɛ ɔkɔhyia ne ndɛ no ɛyɛ sɛbi ɔyɛ ɔhen bi a nka ɔbɛkɔ ɛhɔ mu ma ɔmba hanom nanso no ɛberɛ a mekɔɔ ne nan so kɔka kyerɛ ne sɛ yɛde program no ahyɛ 2nd of June no ɔsɛ ei kofi ɛne ɔbɛha me o ɛna me sɛ mewura wadaroma wei nso deɛ wamba a program no deɛ yɛpɛ sɛ yɛ achieve no ahwɛ yɛ a na yɛntumi a achieve ɛhɔ na ɔka kyerɛ me sɛ ɔbɛba program no ɛma ɔne ne secretary adwetwe nkɔmmɔ sɛ program no yɛ sɛ nkɔmmɔ kɔ wɔn kran ɛndɛ no ɔmo ntu nhyɛ da anaasɛ ɔmo postpone program no na ɔntumi mba saa program yi nti mewura ɔseadeɛ Dr. Frimpɔma nso nananom nhyira deɛ ɔbɛka nsɛmpa fa wo ho na deɛ ɔnka nsɛmpa ne deɛ ɔbɛka nsɛmbɔne afa wo ho deɛ nananom ɛnya ne kwan mfiri mu meda wase Nana Chairman and the Omahene of Kotoku Traditional Area, Nananom of Achim Kotoku Traditional Area, the representative of the Honorable Minister for Local Governance, Chieftaincy and Religious Affairs, the Regional Director of Ghana Investment Promotion Center, the Regional Manager of SNET, distinguished investors and development partners, entrepreneurs, heads of departments and agencies, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, members of the media. It is with great honor, pride, and a profound sense of responsibility that I welcome you all on behalf of the Birim Central Municipal Assembly and the great people of Achim Kotoku Traditional Area
to this historic maiden edition of the Birim Central Investment Forum, held under the theme Unlocking Local and Foreign Investment Opportunities for Accelerated Economic Growth. Today's forum represents more than a gathering of stakeholders, business leaders, entrepreneurs, and investors. It marks the beginning of a bold economic transformation agenda for the people of Birim Central and the wider Achim-Kotoku traditional area. This forum represents our collective commitment to building a resilient, competitive, and investment-driven local economy capable of creating jobs, empowering businesses, improving livelihoods, and contributing meaningfully to Ghana's national development. Nana Chairman, ladies and gentlemen, the history of business and investment in Birim Central is rich, remarkable, and deeply rooted in enterprise, trade, and resilience. Akim Odan has long served as the traditional and commercial capital of Achim-Kotoku State and occupies a significant place in our economic history of Ghana. Historically, located along important trading routes within the forest belt of Ghana, the town became a major commercial center because of its strategic location near the Birim River, fertile agricultural lands, and abundant natural resources. The Birim River itself played a critical role in the growth of commerce by supporting farming activities, fishing, mineral extraction, transportation, and trade between inland and coastal communities during the pre-colonial era. Traders within the Achim-Kotoku area engaged in exchange of gold, kola nuts, palm products, food crops, cloth, salt, and other locally produced goods. These early commercial activities laid the foundation for the emergence of Akim Odan as one of the most vibrant trading business centers in the eastern region of Ghana. Ghana Chairman, ladies and gentlemen, the Birim Central Municipal Assembly emerged from Ghana's decentralization reforms, beginning as the Birim District in 1975 with Akim Odan as its capital. In 1989, it was split into Birim North and Birim South districts. It was elevated to municipal status in 2008, but had to cede part of its area to form the Asene Manso Akoso district in 2018. In spite of its reduced land size, Birim Central continues to hold preeminence as the traditional economic and administrative capital of Achim-Kotoku and remains significant volume of production and trade in cocoa, oil palm, timber, and root processing, mining industries, as well as commanding lead in sectors such as transportation, financial services, hospitality, education, and health. Nana Chairman, ladies and gentlemen, the Birim Central Business and Investment Forum is ample testimony of our resolve to face reality and avoid living on past glories. This is because, in spite of seeming bustling nature of the city of Odan, scores of our youth, most of whom have completed tertiary education, continue to be jobless, increasing the financial burden on parents and family members. This challenge is a widespread national issue, and our municipality is no exception, but we cannot remain passive. The sheer volume of applications during national recruitment exercises, compared with the limited percentage employed, should deeply concern not only politicians and policymakers, but every responsible citizen. Ghana Chairman, ladies and gentlemen, according to the Ghana Education Sector reports, over 100,000 people graduate complete tertiary education each year. The Institute of Statistical, Social and Economic Research indicate that only about 10% of these graduates secure employment within the first year of graduation. Thus, each passing year, over 90,000 graduates join their colleagues who have already been sitting at home for years to hunt for jobs. Unfortunately, our own people are not exempt from this gloomy situation. It is in the above vein that the Birim Central Assembly is organizing this important forum. The maiden Birim Central Business and Investment Forum is a recognition that sustainable economic growth and job creation can only be achieved through private sector-led development and the deliberate nurturing of our local enterprises. I therefore urge our local entrepreneurs and business owners to take this forum very seriously. This is because we don't just want you to succeed, we want you to grow and expand enough to employ many people. We want your enterprises to become national and multinational like Farmwork Limited, Goyle, Unilever, and Melcom. We want you to operate soundly, applying international best practices and the laws of the land. It is because of your growth that we will continue to do this each year. To our potential investors at this forum, we want to assure you of the collective resolve of the Assembly, our traditional leaders and the citizens to help you succeed should you choose to invest in our municipality. Nana Chairman, Honorable Rep of the Chieftaincy Minister, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, what the Birim Central Municipality Assembly has put together today is not just an adventure and a bold step away from business as usual tag of the MMBAs merely waiting for release of the District Assembly's Common Fund to construct school blocks, chip compounds, and toilet facilities. It is a clear and a profound demonstration of the capacity and potential of metropolitan, municipal, and district assemblies to provide innovative and forward-looking leadership that can engineer collaborative socio-economic development and restore citizens' trust and confidence in the local governance system. It is an affirmation of the depth of knowledge and capacity of staff of MMDAs, contrary to the widespread perception of low capacity at the local level. Nana Chairman, ladies and gentlemen, let me at this juncture acknowledge and thank my heads of departments and agencies and all staff led by the Municipal Coordinating Director for their hard work and dedication, and say that with the right leadership and motivation, there is so much these officers can do. On the foregoing score, I am very positive about the future because of the inspiring leadership and support of His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama and your good self, Your Gracious Majesty, Dr. Frimpong Manson IV. I cannot also overlook the support given me so far by our honorable assembly members, led by our presiding member, Honorable Pabana Apia Asari. I also want to acknowledge the support of my party leadership and rank and file, opinion leaders in Birim Central, leadership of the various trade associations, religious leaders, and the entire citizens of Birim Central. Once we know we can count on you, we will also do our best not to fail you. Now, to all government agencies charged with the responsibility of promoting investment and trade, such as the Ministry of Trade, Agribusiness and Investment, Ghana Investment Promotion Council, the Ghana Export Promotion Authority. Firstly, I want to thank you for honoring our invitation and accepting to do presentation at this forum. I also want to, on behalf of His Gracious Majesty, Dr. Nana Frimpong Manson, appeal to you to adapt Birim Central as a model municipal assembly for the implementation of your business and investment strategies. We have demonstrated purpose and foresight, and the investments made today should not go waste. Therefore, please help and guide us. Connect Birim Central to good programs, investors, and funding opportunities. If we succeed, we will become a model for other MMDAs to learn from. In furtherance of the above, it is the vision of the Assembly to secure large tracts of land as an industrial hub as soon as practicable. More than anything else, this industrial enclave will make registered and dispute-free lands available to potential investors. Will serve as the surest proof of our collective desire to industrialize I know we can count on His gracious majesty to support us in that direction. What you have seen today is not just for a fun or a window dressing. We mean business. Last year, we sent a team of officers to the Ministry of Finance for guidance on how to access the Green Climate Fund. Consequently, we have been engaging Solidaridad, an international organization that works to promote fair and sustainable trade, on the preparation of a proposal and a business fund and a business plan for oil palm processing. We have also prepared proposals on proposed industrial village projects and a waste management program, both of which I believe will be highlighted during the Assembly's presentation. I also want to encourage all departments and agencies, traditional and religious leaders, Assembly members, and every citizen to come on board to develop the municipality. Bring ideas, pay your taxes, report crime, be law-abiding, eschew politics of division, and engage in lawful venture. Indeed, the Assembly cannot do it all alone. That is why we are still appealing for support and sponsorship of well-meaning corporate entities, entrepreneurs, and individuals to help us foot the bill for this program and also prepare for next year's edition, which promises to be bigger. On this note, I wish to thank SNET for their generous donation and support. Please keep the donations coming, and in due course, they will be duly acknowledged and accounted for. Together, we can develop Birim Central and, by extension, our dear nation, Ghana. I thank you and wish you, I guess, a memorable time in order and all participants, fruitful and rewarding discussions. Nana Chairman, ladies and gentlemen, you are all welcome once again to the Birim Central Business and Investment Forum 2026. Together, let us unlock opportunities, inspire innovation, strengthen enterprises, create jobs, and build a stronger and a more prosperous future for our municipality and the nation at large. May God bless Birim Central. May God bless His gracious majesty, Osiade Dr. Frimpong Manson. May God bless Achim Kotoku traditional area, and may God bless Ghana. Medamu Hina Amase.
Oh, let's give it to him, let's give it to him, let's give it to him. Thank you very much.
Ghana Revenue Authority, then Social Security and National Insurance Trust, SNET, they also do. Thereafter, those that are prepared also to make a presentation, you look at our time, then you all agree, so that if that permits, you have that discussion as well. It's going to be an interactive kind of a session. So once two of the presenters finish with theirs, our business community know that our presentation that we want you to ask questions. That's the real essence of our gathering. The MC has been hearing a lot of news, and as an MC, I would like to say one of them. Oh, Yoko for a higher. So that's why the chief executive has invited the officers from Yoko to be here. So they will come and make a presentation. They should be able to tell you the reward order. So this session is for the business community, especially the other people. Then thereafter, we look at those that we can make to have some business to do as the program progresses. So, Director for Agric, I want to see you on stage. He is coming to join hands with the planning officer, Mr. Roya Entry. He is also a member of the committee that put out this program together to present the Assembly's itself business opportunities.
His Gracious Majesty, the Overlord of Achim Kotoku, permit me to stand on established protocol. Every said, and yɛbɛyɛ no ntɛntɛm so. Na presentation wei ɛyɛ da yɛso a assembly no aso ɛnam yɛn honorable chief executive ɛne Suadehun so a yɛpɛ sɛ yɛde ehu mpuntuo ɛwɔ yɛn mansi mu. Mene agric director ɛna ɛbɛpresent nti yɛde agric session na ɔbɛa bɛgye no ntɛntɛm patro bɛtumi aroli. Na presentation no yɛnyɛ ma investors nko a ɛnim sɛ ɛnɛ from the office of the president 24-hour economy secretariat your rep ɛwɔ ha yɛwɔ Ghana Investment Promotion Council Export Promotion Authority ɛne ɔmo ɛkeka ho. Deɛ ɛpɛ sɛ ɛne sɛ ɔmo nyinaa ɛde nsɛmpa no ɛbɛkɔ nkran na opportunities a ɛwɔ hɔ no ɔmo arogu in Birim Central. Yɛn team no unlocking local and foreign investment opportunities for accelerated socio-economic development. Now, yes, okay, presentation outline in Birim Central. You have an intent bar. Birim Central, you can 33 districts, municipal assemblies are our eastern region. Land area here 158 square kilometers. Na ọmọ yẹn ọmọ ọ̀ṣẹ́ no ẹ̀yà àtìmánsá Birim South Dẹ̀ntẹ̀mpoọ̀ Asenemanso Akọ̀kọ̀so Akyase yẹwọ under Achim Kotoku traditional area mpatọ yẹn kọ yẹbẹyẹ ne ntẹntẹmpa yẹ population yẹ projecting from 2021 population and housing census of Ghana Statistical Service yẹsi àná yẹ ọbẹ 10,000. Na predominantly no yɛ urban nkron ketewa no ɛnnɔɔso ayɛ sɛ ɔdan ɛne aboabo ɛno ɛna ɛgye ɔmansi ne kɛseɛ ɛpa. Na mmarima no mmaa no dɔɔso sen mmarima. Wohwɛ population pyramid yɛ ɛwɔ ɛyɛ a wohwɛ aseɛ no ayɛ kɛseɛ ɛhyɛ sɛ nkwalaa ɛne mmeranteɛ ne mmabaawa ɛna ɛdɔɔso paa. Ɛno woyɛ investor wɔ ha a ɛno ɛbɛhyɛ wo sɛ wobɛyɛ adwuma a wobɛnya energetic people ama ɔmo ayɛ adwuma ama yɛntoa so. Yɛn natural environment no sɛ nsuo ɛtɔ paa vegetation nso ɛboa mfudeɛ ɛne nnuman bi a patɔ yɛntoa so. Yɛbɛhwɛ investment opportunities no potentials ɛwɔ agri, tourism, trade, artisanship, sanitation, sports, entertainment, housing, and then we'll look at why Birim Central has comparative advantage over other districts. You have to other districts. The entire investor, as I will find Birim Central, and to make the a great director. Now I had a great session. Now I'm going to ask.
Enough Samidas. Nana Chairman. See, I dear your Dr. Franco answer the fourth. Honorable Municipal Chief Executive, Coordinating Director, standing on existing protocols established, I humbly make this presentation. The Americans said, are grateful, lead agency for the creative demand for MNC. Now, you wouldn't have but if I say anything, I'm being son, and we wouldn't have say any password. Now, we are risk. Or they, the Sika shares are here anymore, a better one might say, a better one. The Edikan, a poultry subsector. Now, the idea would say, pork subsector, in way MNC. Menuka say last year, the whole of Eastern Region, Poultry Farmers Association, Lanchi Eastern Region has 33 assemblies. It is one Lanchi na association una host here. HSA Usombo, which may be a saving also. Into the other say poultry subsector A, Menuka say there were 35 registered poultry farmers. Our coupon do 35,000. Senior A, you will say even next year, better go after 70,000.
Na yɛn nyinaa yɛgye to mu yɛnim sɛ Akemodan yɛ kotoku ahenkuro nti no brain no asɛne man so across any district a ɛtwa yɛn ho hyia no aha no mu di dwa nti deɛ yɛhu no sɛ poultry feed mill a ɛno no ɛbɛyɛ feed ama poultry subsector no ɛho bɛhia paa wɔ yɛ mansin mu ɛsiane sɛ ɛyɛ adeɛ a ɛkutia yɛ poultry farmers. Na deɛ yɛhu no sɛ nyama bi hyehyɛ aseɛ nyama ɛhyɛ aseɛ ne sɛ yɛ poultry farmers no demand for poultry feed no ɛkɔ soro ɛna yɛhu so sɛ sɛnea association no ne ti aba kotoku na ɛyɛ Akemodan no other district atwa ɛwɔ ahyia no ɛbɛyɛ ɔmo dɛ sɛ yɛbɛnya poultry feed mill wɔ ha a ɔmo so no ɔmo bɛfa mill feed wɔ ha sɛ mpɛ pii no ɔmo fa kaa ɛkɔ nkran nti no ɛno no ma na deɛ yɛhu no sɛ adeɛ a yɛde yɛ feed mill for poultry no ebi wɔ ha a ɛwɔ yɛ mansin mu ɛne ne rice bran ɛna palm kernel cake adwenko n'aseɛ no ɛne nyinaa no ɛyɛ adeɛ a ɛyɛ readily available ɛwɔ yɛ mansin mu nti no sɛ yɛnya poultry feed mill ɛwɔ yɛ mansin mu a raw material base no ɛnyɛ so difficult. Na deɛ yɛhu no sɛ yɛnya poultry feed mill ɛwɔ yɛ mansin mu a at least mbɛbɔ baako mmienu a na ɛdum koraa no yɛbɛtumi afɔ wɔ hɔ a ɛbɛmɔ adwuma ɛna ɛbɛboa poultry farmers ne san sɛ ɛho hia sɛ ɔbɛfa kaa biom akɔ Accra ɛne beebi foforɔ sɛ ɔkɔfa feed ɛna yɛhu so sɛ sɛnea menkyerɛ yɛhu sɛ beebi a yɛgyina yɛhu sɛ the poultry sector ɛgrow nti no sɛ feed no ɛba ɛbɛka ho a feed no bɛka ho a ɛbɛni at a very fast rate ɛna the last one yɛhu no sɛ boa sɛnea yɛkra nkokɔ efi amanano no ɛbɛte so kakra na nsɛ nkokɔ ketekete no koraa no yɛho impact a yɛakyerɛ wie a yɛhwɛ ebi anim but still no nkurɔfoɔ ehu ho mfasoɔ sɛ ɛno no ne dɛ no ɛyɛ sonko nti deɛ yɛka ne sɛ yɛnya saa nyaman wei wɔ ha a ɛbɛma poultry adwuma no akɔ so ɛbɛma nkurɔfoɔ anya more live deɛ di hɔ ɛyɛ abɛ na first site no ɛyɛ new processing mill aba ɛno yɛfrɛ no grain mill MC kan wɔ ne kasa mu sɛ yɛne solidarity ɛdi nkɔmmɔ akɔ akyire on how to get some one of this in our municipality na deɛ ɛwɔ hɔ no ɛno no wosie no woyɛ wonua abɛ no a wosie no ɛnkɔ wo so ɛfa deɛ ɛwɔ hɔ no a yɛfrɛ no chimney no ɛna mfimfini no machine a yɛde si abɛ ɛna last picture no ɛyɛ abɛ a yɛde nkyerɛ deɛ yɛhu no sɛ mmerɛ kakra yi yɛakyɛ abɛ almost 800,000 ɛwɔ yɛ mansin mu na ɔmo a ɔmo agye no ɔmo dodoɔ yɛ 5,642 ɛna asase a yɛde bi abɛ no so no ɛno nso yɛ 5,317 na yɛsisi no kakra bi a yɛsisi no yɛhu sɛ deɛ yɛdue yi ɛbɛma yɛ 26,000 metric tons deɛ ɛkyerɛ ne sɛ wofa eburo massive bag na nanoma 4 size na wosisi a in a year yɛbɛtumi anya 260,000 fresh branches na yɛnya a yɛde bɛkɔ ho ɛno ne asɛm a wohia a yɛadi ho a ɛho hia sɛ yɛbɛnya processing mill ɛwɔ yɛ mansin mu na sɛdeɛ meka no yɛakyɛ abɛ de bɛba nanso sɛ processing mill a ɛdi mu a ɛbɛtumi aprocess saa mill no yɛnya a ɛbɛma abɛ ne pii ɛbɛsɛe ɛbɛma yɛkuafoɔ ne sikasɛm no so abafo ɛsiane sɛ ɔmo nnya mfaso ɛna deɛ yɛhu no so sɛ ɛsiane sɛ mill papa biara nhyɛ da di hɔ no nti no ɛma yɛkuafoɔ naa na ɔmo de yɛ mmo ne ɛho sɛm pii ɛna yɛhu so sɛ mfonin a yɛdi kan no abɛ no ankasa no yɛmfa deɛ mmo no ankasa yɛdi wo dwa yɛwɔ nkurɔfoɔ a ɔmo tɔ saa abɛ no ɔmo de ma processing mills te sɛ dwabe mills northland BDC nti yɛn mansin mu a mene wo kasa yɛ ne beebiara yɛde ɛwɔ hɔ a yɛdi abɛ no ankasa ho dwa nti ɛno so yɛ another opportunity a ɛbɛtumi aboa obi a ɔpɛ sɛ ɔma n'ani kɔ ho na Afe mechiche mu kakra. Into the air can say the processing of abena kasakasano and the nyama ben miensa and no ebua. The other kind of crude palm oil, and I can mono. Minuka say yenim say processing refinery companies say organano. A big crack and more heavy amanone and eba. Esan said there was certain quality challenges. Say a very good meal. Baby to say you have been meals. No plan, GOPDC. Only to me, actor, crude palm oil, FBI processes, and now, send your Michele Monosono. A Benagasa Yendi Wujano, and no sono a discount. Say, who to a beno, I got Tom Ama processing bills. And now, the new one of Crano, I had the new way, the new way now. I know the carbon trading. The actual said, if from my home guide, make cancer. Now, the actual said, I bet no swallow, so we see, so we and no, would the Gua, a bra, and no brown, and man from the IFN maintain. Ain't no container when it is maintained, so we are better. Now, your container will be Mawa. Now, the Guma, let FMT, and Magas, Sagas, and very maintain. Now, some maintain a greenhouse gas. The American said, a sound from Anna and my gassing in a ship. Intino, it's a share. It's a share said, who are over to me, a press, would you be able to me, a press from Anna Seno? And I will be so almost from Anna, but to say industries are almost in your mind from Anna cost through carbon dioxide in your mind. It's really a maintain. It is now said, oh, when one over to me and you soon had a near it's in the process, no. Say, one who tap is out from a window. Now, will be so air from pollution. If you share what what we have to say, and no crowd brown sika, and no, yeah, sharing says solidarity, any young follow. Only to me, one, I say, young modern processing mill. Now, if it me, I say, we crowd now. If it me, I can do the foreign exchange. Among such companies, among you care for a municipality. It's in the air can say, Sayama in a year, a bit my appear for Omusika Sema Kosru, a bit industrialization of the local market, a bit my Maswaba, Empo, assemblies, Kasem Grano, a bit to me up with the son says, our bills, almost so on to your fees and now taxes, and my assembly. Your last on that break. Your man see who has said, Obia will be a more if you are with big a dance say a money. Na challenges kakra challenges in say if you are send your Ghana Standard Authority I draw Mubia who say Mubia 5% broken. The can say Mubia yet come over just for Ghana Standard Authority. I certify when I say broken percent 5%. Yeah money but there are certain challenges why you to be compete. Now, a bit of the say, machines are yet on my one day and phone. And now, in pen, yet the young and they dry your party. It is a this week, he says, so to one we can just say, the peer for no to me and Hata and Momo. Almost to me and Hata and Mossua, not as said, not a affected quality. Yes, I yet to me, I'm an and complete. And I am going to sway a hand. Since I had man, your father's name and perfume. And yet I had perfume chemical, I come with a natural perfume. It's it. But just screw. It's the air can say, a woman here said, a big machine, and no air model. A bit to me, is a woman. Your machines, our MNC, your 4, 8 or 9 almost see a but machine I want in and this would be. And I said, I make a woman here, sir. Please go. And and then modern machine are getting merely rise every year. And you know what, 11 steps. But we know what say machines that why MNC. On steps, Akosraye 3 steps. Akosraye 3 steps. Now, when the Ashasiano, no any a finish first. Now if you are a baby at war, if you are here, now if you are a best some paper, maybe so hard, a baby by colors, maybe so hard, a baby by the tinting of and son a packaging. Now make us say, we are saying we are in a global village. Obi wa China, or no dream business opportunity for the rice sector in Birim Central. Internet said, "Yan pekaya mo nada no ye be 3 steps here. We cannot compete." Into the aya can say, machine. Into the aya can say, investor bia and company bia what to produce machine. How they willing so we upgrading machines now your system already to 11-step processing. Able to be upward so that it can be sold at any place. Able to be meeting requirement standard of Ghana Standard Authority. The other one a dryer. Where you about 10-ton dryer. Nipono who can $10,000 and you can get one. Now, and no America said this week is about to say the soul no air top drop and now clouds no for me and rice farmers no open to me and dry open to me and dry open so they just said now and mono the quality no back home into these areas yet to us say ye ni bemba na ye di sika ashem medasi
from tourism. Now, tourism is a assemblies no assessment. Now, many of assessments, I say years out, near my mass. Tourism is natural. They say, you need tourist attraction. Be attitude now, now, when you find them, if only I win, I have Bungalow runabout. When you first said, this amusement park, recreational center, where I have down, invested BCBIF now, and also doing some other investors at partner on bet me and so at the appeal. And on since here, okay. Now, and tell how you need land and a bet me and Yama baby. Cannot see a better for you know, Patoya Pop. The BC. Okay, your enhanced one, yet to us. See, I'm about down. And also, I said, resorts. Resorts. I bet me that the investors are a WhatsApp or pen on bar. I try to ask you, and made it. Your pass and that is a fair and also, let's say, assembly no, eventually any partnership. Now, yet to be a development of Kanyama way now, so to me, and then. Abem, and Tiano said, "Yet to us, salads, baby to send Jim and your mother brain and so yet percent or down mine, who 2 pints said, yeah, we are tourists not all bar, and the other one never flown. Who we have now for her, not one here, not the other one, so that hotel be down, so I get your what for your crossing. And see, when we are trade and industry, then also who had a higher friend as we did, a year old call or down Panta, a fine home. Now, and when you say, as I see, now your garages, all my tax, all welders, electricians, auto mechanics, all my money now. Any more a year in Ria, timber market, no American, yet they are including even scrap dealers. Timber picture, and also, who have made on now, your trading center, now your own modern markets, our trading, this is our so kind. spare parts, super spare parts, ubenya bibia o car, sa o person ya o car ha. Na mechanic na cho sa make cry e ma na fi cry na e den. Aba, uhwe emensi a etwa e ho ahia na. Achimansa na omo eka ho ni nyina ko kade ni nyina. Say yenya spare parts shop na wa ha o nyina na no be den. Omo Ebeba training center or police station. Any bibia e wo yento aso. Your enhanced image of it. Here to us on our community. Okay, it's here. Sadia way to be ya, and in Numa Abede, Ebeba. Okay, yeah, garages, little bamakers. Almost, but the almost was a saying, I put a room, any inferior, almost a nuisance in a way. Because I secondary city timber market. Now you can say a year drains. Now acquire the overall, I say, so come on. Now, baby, small, I get to see a bit me and your mouth, a home, not promotion yet to me. I have redevelopment. I will walk a crowd. A big one, Emma, projections I have for employment, job creation on several areas, sectors, about transportation. Some passenger, taxis, any of the boy, any of the jobs, I'm a baboon. Now, if I say, jobs evacuated within 2 years will be over 1,000. Yet, trust me. And waste management. Okay, so anyway, I mean, personal say, yeah, appetite, but a reality. I didn't hear, but anybody, yeah, said it. But how are you treating them? Okay, I report to last year, Birim Central generated 17,400 metric tons of waste. Obina bisa say again a coin. The activity disposal here about 65%. It's 35% in the coin. You quite that amount, don't say big. Anna, if you private finding their way into our food, let the area then abba. A car you bought or if you know, and you have a baby. But entire sortie. Anna, and I say a segregated yet to table, say a meta and a organic waste in the ha. Na, yet me a Danny and your Bonicasa recycling. And no any human about the best is tired. Abba, ain't it? Yeah, just sent Yabena invest a big additional partner, PPP, public private partnership. I'll be providing equipment and logistics. Now, yet massive education. Now, assembly not say I buy law. 140 hurrah, and the eventual Yellow Court. Yet, mountain and mountain and animal Friday. Bill on health will reduce drastically. The better is Kaiden, Abba, Inti, and also Animal Trust and Reno. Sports entertainment, Yawamaboon Award, Yaman Cinema, Yamia Chow, my dear. But the equipment, any logistics, any facilities, your sports stadium are developing. It's interested in sports also. Say a soccer academy on Bay and our team run on Betia. The team back on our Premier League. Almost if you only have protocol, a human credit creating and yes, it's not here investors adding up for the trust. Event management, your festival by your proposal for homecoming and for any day and community interested in events. Events me organize anything and then for and starting a national. If you don't trash us here or die, to me, I real estate development. And also another area, whether say residential or commercial or mixed use. And they do a one say na say the idea that dated a book. Obia was telling me with your fuck and no idea. No good dime, no senior soft that was here, a dime or so. Anna, a my phone, a pray, a bank my phone, any of mine, a bank my phone. I will done the pray out in here, the young better. It is a rental, and I said ownership. nyinaa no apanya wɔ hɔ a wɔn a ɛwɔ saa taste no nso no wɔn bɛtumi ada yɛn to aso na yɛka ɔdan a the friend bi sɛ boosters investment boosters yɛdi kan cost of skill or easily trainable anaasɛ IT savvy labour yɛwɔ youth a wɔn akɔ school a wɔn training wɔn ɛwɔ adwuma no a pɛ sɛ ɔde ma wɔn no a ɛbɛyɛ easy koraa ana cost no nso bɛyɛ competitive nti woyɛ investor yɛ kawɛdi separate na wɔn a ɛbɛyɛ wɔ adwuma no deɛ ɛyɛ nyɛ problem koraa ɔdan is a strategic location yɛdi kan no ɛha no enyuma kɛseɛ bebree ɛwɔ ha wofa senate no wofa yɛfɛ ne sɛ DDLA GRA ɛyɛ Ghana Revenue Authority EPA wɔn nyinaa wɔ ha mɛnsi na ɛtwa yɛn ho ahyia ne nyinaa ɛha na wɔn ba ɛbɛ access this service nti already no nkɔfo ɛba ɔdan dada nti ɛyɛ prime area the next one is we are located approximately to 3 regions Greater Accra, Central Region and Ashanti Region nana ɛka ho asɛm ɛyɛ expressway Accra Kumasi expressway ɛbɛfa ɔdan nti ɛbɛyɛ kakra no ɔdan no bɛbu mi nti ɛbɛyɛ sɛ ɔyɛ investor ɔbɛdi kan aba ɛnyɛ sɛ ɔde bɛsa ɔmo ayɛ dɛ abɛdi w'anim the next one sɛ yɛwɔ amenities bebree wɔ ha infrastructure no ɛyɛ already existing ɛbɛyɛ nsuo yɛ nkanea ɛne deɛ ɛkeka ho nyinaa drainage system roads well laid nti yɛn encourage sɛ investor ɛbɛba nti wei na mpanyinfoɔ ɛnifade ho a yɛn friends ɔsi adeɛ yɛ ɔne MCE mpanyinfoɔ adwene yɛ question ne sɛ ɛdɛn na yɛn nso yɛbɛtumi ayɛ aboa manuel manamida.
Yɛma yɛ nsɛm paa ma royal entry ɔmepatwa nsɛmbɔ no so dwumadi a yɛnnua no de bɛyɛ 30 minutes apresent no it took us almost a year to have this program and there has been a lot of planning into this program. Now the woman said we are not finishing presentations we are sector we are interested. We will give our numbers out. We are going to do a proper follow-up. So at the end of the day, we basically are building a strategic economic plan. That is the vision of this committee, led by Honorable Chief Executive by establishing. We are going to have strategic economic plan so that we detail out all those things. But here we are no more now. We are business people. The person who take advantage of all this. Muntin and the area way. The bedroom people will come from far and near. But the person who here first will take advantage of all the opportunities we are showcasing. Yes, sir, we are here we are planning our free the office of the president. Our chief director for the 24-hour economy secretariat. Yes, first I'm going to share the buy abroad also. All the chair appointment of our penny, His Excellency, then the other chief executive car. Also going down this year, or what the Birim Central Municipal Assembly. Chief Director Nagasawa. So we need to be a minister or honor. This way, chief director. He was among the first dignitaries because of the importance of attaching to this program. Sir, you are most welcome. Thank you.
Thank you very much, His Royal Majesty, Sergio, Mr. Chief Executive, Coordinating Director, senior government officials that are represented here, and your non-adolfo brothers and sisters, comrades. I am very, very happy to be here and to share a few thoughts with you about the 24-hour economy program, which is Ghana's economic blueprint for transformation and all the areas that you are trying to cover. You are actually speaking the 24-hour economy vision. And therefore, if
what the municipal chief executive presented, their team presented, is something that has touched you and you want to give everything you have in support of it so that you realize it, put your hands together for them. His Royal Majesty, humbly, I'm a man who came from Ododo Jojo constituency. I'm from Bukom. So I'm a Ghana man whose tree I am a kind of papa. So I'd like to do my presentation in English, but I wanted to say something humbly. A respectable leader is the one who has vision for his people. A leader is the one who cares and has compassion for his people. One who does not sleep, but always think about what he can do to make a difference in the life of his people. His Royal Majesty represents that type of leader. Please put your hands together. And it really touched me, all the efforts that he has taken, trying to talk to investors from USA, talking to investors from Russia, investors from China, Korea, and taking advantage of every opportunity to transform this place. This is remarkable. It is not to be taken lightly. I want us to really applaud him. Please. Thank you very much, Your Majesty. You have really touched me. So, let's have a conversation. What is the 24-hour economy? I remember that when we started this journey, our thinking is always be one job, 3 shifts, 3. So we talked about 133. I want to underscore the fact that the 133 is a vision and is a destination which we are striving towards to. And why am I saying that? Next slide. The 24-hour economy is a catalyst. It's something that accelerates Ghana to become industrializing, to expand our products into market for export, and ultimately to create jobs. Our vision is to create jobs for the teeming Ghanaians. You heard about the statistics about jobs. 100,000 people, graduates, always come out of school looking for jobs. And less than 10% of them will get the jobs. But they even get the jobs after 5 years of sitting in the house. So, when we took on this opportunity to really look at how we can solve this problem of jobs, we decided to interrogate a few things. We looked at all the plans that Ghana has had since Dr. Kwame Nkrumah's time up to today, and we asked ourselves, these are wonderful plans, but why didn't they work? What was wrong with the plans? How can we improve on it? And what exactly do we have to solve in order to arrive there? And when we looked at that, we realized that it is about working together to create a certain type of economy that works for everybody, every hour of the time. An economy which is based on the products that you have as a country and how you can add value to that product so that you can continue to create different derivative products out of it. So that when we close our eyes and we succeed in the 24-hour economy, then all the clothes that we wear, the cotton is actually made from Ghana. The shoes that we wear, the leathers are made from here, and we actually produce the shoes. That the fridges that we use, we produce the fridges here. That the watches that we wear, we produce them here.
And the food that we eat, every type of food that you go and pick from the supermarket, you actually produce them, package them here, and they are on the market. And we do so in ways that ensure that we don't only eat what we grow and wear what we produce, but we are able to sell it to our neighboring countries who also depend on our products. Whether you like it or not, or if you are not aware, there are several countries in West Africa that depend on Ghana's economy. So we have the Mali, we have the Niger, we have the Burkina, the silent countries. We have Guinea, we have Togo, we have Cote d'Ivoire, we have Sierra Leone, Liberia. These are countries that always depend on our economy, including to some extent, or to a large extent, Nigeria as well. So our products are always found in those countries. Next slide. And therefore, we have to rethink about how we can transform our country in ways that we don't have to continue to import things, but we produce everything from here. And so there are three key pillars that the 24 economy is working to transform. Number one, how do we transform our production system? You saw the presentation for the municipal assembly talking to you about rice and the different milling machines that you need to produce the rice. So that you buy perfect rice from Ghana, you don't import them from Vietnam. So how do we transform our production in ways that ensures that the rice producers will also have these milling machines to use them? How do we transform our production in such a way that we don't depend on the rain, but we add irrigation facilities? How do we ensure that the machines that are used for irrigation and for processing, we also produce those machines here, so that our boys and our girls who go to university to learn mechanical engineering, both in the technical side or in the university itself, they will be able to fabricate our industrial machines, so we don't have to continue to import the machines. I will give you some statistics as we go along. So you transform your production. An idea of transforming the production is that the farmers will understand the different products that will come from their crops. So if you take, for example, you produce palm oil, you understand that you don't only have the oil that we use, but out of the oil, there's also somebody who is producing soap from it. There is somebody who is also producing white chocolate. How many of us know that white chocolate is from palm oil? White chocolate. There's somebody who is taking the oil palm and actually producing some type of milk that are used for the coffee mate. If you go to shops to buy coffee mate in Europe and America. So the oil palm planter is thinking that palm oil is going to have different clients who will come to them to buy these things. So that as a farmer, knowing those clients, it will ginger you to be able to produce to specification to meet those clients' needs. Including, for example, how many of us know that palm oil is used for producing lipsticks? Lipstick. Palm oil is used for producing lipstick. You blend it with different type of oils, but the principal oil in it is palm oil. And out of palm oil, you can also produce biodiesel that can power some of your cars. So production transformation is for us as Ghanaians to really think about all the raw materials that we have and the values that we're going to add to it. So if out of palm oil, you are producing diesel, you are producing lipstick, you are producing white chocolates, can you imagine the difference along the way? So these become the value addition. So production transformation is very key. Using modern technology, looking at your seeds and making sure. So all of you sitting here must therefore realize that everything that God has blessed Akibo down with is marketable. and billions of dollars. And therefore, it is important for us as a country or as citizens to find ways to create those wealth for ourselves. The second pillar is, go to the next, not this, previous one please. Yes, stay on this. You stay on it with me. I know there's time, so I know what I'm doing. The second pillar that we had to the 8 programs is how do we ensure that when we produce our plantain or our cassava or our rice, they don't get spoiled, but you are able to preserve them so that you can take them to the market very whole, minimizing our post-harvest losses. So our ability to ensure that all our raw materials don't get spoiled, but they can get to the market with the quality that is needed to guarantee the price that you have for it so that you can make money. In Ghana today, if you were to produce yam, if you produce 100 tubers, it is estimated that within the next 15 days, 80 out of the 100 tubers will go bad if it is not properly preserved. So our raw material losses, what we call the post-harvest losses, is between 30 to 80%. This is why our farmers don't make money. And the other thing, apart from preservation, using maybe cold chains or warehousing, is how quickly can we get the product to the market. Today, if you go to the market somewhere in Accra, any of the markets, the cost of your commodity, 80% of the cost of the 60% of the cost of the commodity is made of transport. So the transportation cost makes products very expensive. Look at all our roads. If the Kumasi Expressway is done, then we in this traditional area have to take advantage of that to make sure that you will capitalize on the movement of your goods to make money. So I really believe that in the vision of His Royal Majesty and the team that are here, positioning this traditional area as very, very critical to supply chain of Ghanaian commodity products to the markets, especially in the south, is very, very critical. And that's something that we have to think about, which means we have to organize ourselves to ask ourselves, how can we have people that will form an industry that will manage logistics, warehouse, minimum processing, and the fast movement of commodities across the various towns. So that's the second one. And the third one, we talk about jobs, and I was telling Honorable MC, that when you talk about jobs, you also have to talk about skills. You cannot get a jobs when you don't have the right skills. How many of us here use soap every day to bath? Raise your hand, please. We all use soap to bath. How many soap manufacturing industry do we have here in the traditional area? And what goes into soap manufacturing? Palm oil. And then you mix it with certain chemicals. And you go and learn chemistry in university. There are plenty of people who have learned biochemistry and chemistry in university who are from this town. Why are you not producing soap from here? Using your raw material, which is palm oil. So that the soap that you produce will become so popular that it goes to every household in Ghana. There are 35 million population we have here. If you take it as a mother and a father and one child, you are talking about 10 million households. If your soap from Akibodam is so popular as to be used by every household, and you are making 10 Ghana cedis a profit, you are going to make 100 million Ghana cedis a day as profit. Why are you not producing soap? It's about acquiring the skills and creating the wealth for yourself. So these three pillars of production transformation with technology and ideas, the fast movement of goods market, and your ability as a human being to power this industry. They are the three fundamental principles that form the 24-hour economy. Before you can do 1, 2, 3 and sell your products, you must be able to meet these fundamental principles. And out of that, you have to look at the sectors of your economy where we go. Here in Akiboda, Road 24 is about agribusiness. You have plenty of opportunities here. Med 24 is about manufacturing. The rice milling machines and how to compare the rice to perfume rice, the soap, the poultry, feed, and all of that is Med 24. The housing situation that you want to deal with is Build 24. Now let me talk about housing, because there's something that is happening in Ghana which you have to be very careful about. Today, housing and construction. If you were to build a luxury house, especially in Accra or Kumasi, the gentlemen who will come and build for you, 80% of them are from Togo, are from Benin, are from Senegal. They are not Ghanaians. So we have arrived at a situation where our houses are not built by our own people. Our carpenters are not our own people. We have lost the art of doing anything. So I believe that as part of the industrialization of Akiboda, this is my proposition. Your Majesty, let us have a TVET school that will prepare people for industry. And out of the school, they will be the ones that will build our houses. They will be the ones that will grow our machine, that will build our machines. They will be the ones that will do everything that is coming from here. And out of these experts, you export them to other regions. That's what we should be doing. So all these 8 programs, including tourism and everything, they form part. This is what we call the 24-hour economy. So when you want to know the 24-hour economy, you look at our housing, our agriculture, the things that we manufacture, our tourism, and how we manage, we raise private sector funds and investment funds to be able to do this. This is what the 24-hour economy is. And I know there's no time, so I will rush. But why are we doing this, ladies and gentlemen? Why is the 24-hour economy necessary? If you look at the green area, you see that the green is shrinking all over. This is the structure of our economy. So if we take down the economy today and you unpack it, in the 1996, when we look at our economy trends, over 30% of our economy is about manufacturing. How many of us know that we used to build fridges in this country? We used to have radio sets that we built from scratch, Akasamna. Ghana used to export one of the most richest corned beef in the world, Scott Volta corned beef. How many of us know that? That Ghana is the first country in Africa where they build black and red and color television when we are moving from black and white to color. So this country, we were producing everything. We were producing our plates, we were producing our fridges, our television sets, our radio sets. This was the country that at least when I was young I inherited. But fast forward, if you look at what we have today, we have lost our manufacturing. This is why we are losing the skills to do anything. The last time I was talking to a farmer, a young farmer in Bandai, he told me that nowadays, the individuals that know how to raise the young mounds Please listen to me. They have to hire them from Burkina Faso. So over time, if we are not careful, we will not have people who know how to raise young mounts and produce yam in this country. Why? Next. We have become a very high importing country. And this is the statistics. We produce palm oil here, but Ghana imports 11.7 billion Ghana cedis of palm oil every year. 11.7 billion. Because our need for palm oil is high, including industrial needs and the one that we spend, and the one that we use to prepare our foods and stuff. So the potential to build an industry here of palm oil is to substitute 11.7 billion Ghana cedis of profit every year. That should be the target. We import 3.5 billion Ghana cedis per year of Yabwania. Let me repeat. We import 3.5 billion Ghana cedis per year of Yabwania. The intestines of animals, gallbladders and ovaries. Do we have to import Yabwania? This is what we import. We import over $400 million, which is about 4 billion Ghana cedis of fish, tilapia. Nakobi cry and 20 jobs. But here, we are creating less than 20 jobs. So if we continue like this, our jobs are not there. This is why our children don't have jobs. So what are we going to do? And I'm going to end to give you an idea of the 24 economy. So the 24 economy is to make sure that we look at the country and we look at the areas where we can produce everything for ourselves. And we create what we call agroecological parks, which is a place for production, where you have irrigation facilities, you have extension services, and you have the seed coming and all of that. And then industrial parks where you process package for export. And I keep on that the areas where you want to move, they form part of what we call the total economic corridor, ensuring that we create an opportunity for anybody who wants to go into agriculture and manufacturing to be able to access the land they need and the capital they need to make it happen. So this is what we can offer here. One of the things that is very, very difficult for most of you who are here who are interested in business is access to loan, correct? Today when you go to the bank, they want you to give them collateral. Go and sell your parents' properties so that you can get a loan. We want to correct that. So we are creating what we call the Small Medium Enterprise Facility. In the next 1 or 2 months, this is very much available for you. A lot of money, about $5 million to start. An idea is that we'll give you loan which is less than 10% or maximum 10 if it goes because of the fluctuation maybe 12%. But it is less than 1/10 of what you offer in the market. And this SME facility will give you 3 to 5 years to pay back with no collateral because we're building credit insurance to enable that to happen to you. And it's an on-lending capital. Now hear me out. This money, you acquire it as loan and you pay back. And it is to be administered by the commercial banks. We are not going to have anything to do with how to select this. But we create a condition for you to be able to make it. As a result, it will be able to help you to build your equity as a small medium enterprise to be able to invest in the value chain of the 25 economic programs. So everybody who is here who is into some level of manufacturing small medium enterprise, it is important for you to start working on your business plan. Up Be ready to receive this type of loan and pay back. Now hear me out. If you are not able to pay back, the system will catch you. It has nothing to do with us because we will not even know you. But we will create the conditions for you to access it. The other thing we will also help you is to get incentives such as corporate taxes. If you are importing to manufacture some waivers, and all these things to enable you to minimize your cost of production. So the incentives will help to minimize the cost of production so that you can produce at scale. The third thing that we're working to help you to do is to change our procurement law so that whatever you produce, government can purchase it as well. So that the local market will be available for you as to produce. Gone were the days, therefore, where you produce rice and a school feeding program will go import rice from Vietnam. They will make sure that the school feeding program get the rice that is produced from here. The office of the president. It is all we really catch here. But here is the contacts and chain. So this is all kind. You ever say take advantage? If you can see us. Now I'll do the link so that continue from there. Yeah, showcase. And you never ever see a building up. Now you can shoot fast for the municipality. So we're just a start. We are going to work hand in hand to achieve our aim going forward. Ministry of Trade also every Accra. Invitation, Honorable Chief Executive, that's what the question minister said. We are treating you as the minister responsible for trade and agro-business. It was, sir, Emraswa. No, I already have. First of all, they are bringing by Abraham, no, but the Ministry of Trade. I point down all my businesses are all Birim Central. But I am ready to call. You know, we be a catchers with those. It's your money here, point by point with us.
Thank you very much, MC. His Royal Majesty Osadeyo Dr. Frimpong Ansu IV, Commander of the Achem Kotoku traditional area, Honorable Municipal Chief Executive Officer, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. I bring you greetings from the Honorable Jare, Minister of Trade, Agribusiness and Industry, who couldn't join us because she's out of the jurisdiction on an equally important national assignment. So I do this presentation on her behalf. So my outline, the next slide. The outline of my presentation will be introduction, key resource endowment of the Birim Central area, key resource endowment, potential investment sectors, human capital and skills development, the goal of the Ministry of Trade, Agribusiness and Industry, and an overview and opportunities of the African Continental Free Trade area. Next slide. As you may be aware, the Birim Central is emerging as a strategic local economy within the eastern region of Ghana with strong potential for industrial growth driven by natural resources, agriculture and human capital. The municipality presents untapped opportunities for both local and foreign investors seeking sustainable returns. I'm sure we are all aware of the presentations that we have witnessed and the enormous potential that this area possesses.
Next. So, next slide. So in terms of geographic and economic advantage, the area is located in the mineral-rich eastern region of Ghana. So the Birim Central is connected to key trading corridors linking major towns and markets. I think these ones have been outlawed already. And so we move ahead. It's also close to Accra, and so we have market access opportunities. The area serves as a hub for surrounding rural agricultural communities. Next. So, key resource endowment. The Birim Central has rich agricultural land that is capable of producing cassava, cocoa, plantain, oil palm. This area also operates artisanal and small-scale mining activities, gold-bearing area. The Birim Central again has enormous forest resources supporting timber and non-timber products. And again, this municipality has abundant labor force, especially in youth population. So potential investment sectors again, we're looking at agricultural industrialization potential. Opportunities include cassava processing, gari, starch, ethanol production, cocoa value addition, processing instead of raw exports. We have to add value to our products instead of exporting them raw. We also have palm oil refinery and packaging. My friend Dr. Ismail made allusions to this. We can do a lot with palm oil. And so another opportunities, manufacturing opportunities that we have, agro-processing factories, food, packaging, flour mills, etc. In terms of construction materials, we can do blocks, bricks, quarry, products. We have all these natural resources around us. Then we have furniture and wood processing industries. In time past, we used to have a lot of timber, companies. I can think of Nana who used to have a big sawmill down there. We also have mineral and extractive opportunities, small-scale gold mining formalization. We need to formalize them, establishment of mineral processing facilities, jewelry and value-added mineral industries, support services, including equipment, leasing, safety services, logistics, etc. Next slide. And so, with human capital and skill development, the Central has a strong base of unemployed and underemployed youth. Therefore, there is a need for vocational and technical training centers. Looking at the municipal assembly, what they produce or what they presented, I'm sure all these things are captured. I'm just realizing that we can do more with some of these opportunities that we have. So there's also the need for entrepreneurship development programs. Again, there's the need for partnership with industry for apprenticeship schemes. Next slide. So, opportunities again that we have in this area. Public-private partnerships in agro-processing, establishment of industrial parks with the championing, and my friend made allusions to that. Warehousing and logistics companies, renewable energy solutions for industrial clusters, and more. With regards to the vision of this government through the Ministry of Trade, Agribusiness and Industry envisions a transformed Ghanaian economy built on strong industrial capacity, value-added agriculture, and competitive trading systems. The goal is to shift Ghana from a raw material exporter to manufacturing and agro-processing hub. Overall, policy vision includes industrial-led economic transformation, job creation through productive sectors, value addition to local raw materials, strong integration into the regional and global initiative, African Continental Free Trade Area, which I want to dwell on, because that presents another opportunity for value chain creation as well as expanding our export horizon, where we have more than 1.4 billion people that we can export our products to by way of the continental free trade initiatives that we have. We also have establishment of new manufacturing plants, development of regional value, regional industrial parks, support for local sector participation. Next slide please. So we're talking about African Continental Free Trade Area, which I am the acting national coordinator. What I guess we've been hearing AFCFTA, what is it? So let's see the first slide. The African Continental Free Trade Area is a continental free trade agreement among 54 African Union member states. So Africa, we know that we have 55 countries, but most of the countries have ratified the agreement with the exception of a few. And so the agreement aims to create single market for goods and services. We want to see Africa as one market where you can trade seamlessly. If you are producing products, some products in the Birim district here, meet certain criteria, you can export your product to say Kenya. You can export your products to South Africa so that you will be able to make more money, and then the country and the whole of Africa benefits from that. The agreement is essentially to facilitate the movement of capital and people. It also enhances inter-African trade and economic integrity. Next slide. So, in terms of milestones, operational phase started on the 7th of July 2019. And I don't know how many of us are aware that the Secretariat of the African Continental Free Trade Area headquartered in Accra. And so we are backstopping it, and we are taking advantage of the presence of the Secretariat to deepen integration and implement of the agreement. Trading commenced on 1st January 2021. We also went through Ghana, and 8 countries participated in what we call Guided Trade Initiative, which was launched in October 2022. So Ghana took, some products to test our trading capacities and also the institutions that are made to process products outside, like customs and others. 8 countries participated in this guided trade, where some products were symbolically exported to countries like Cameroon, other products were exported from Rwanda to Ghana, etc., etc. After that, we also have what we call market expedition. Ghana fielded more than 100 companies to Kenya to showcase what Ghana has made in Ghana goods to the people of Kenya.
The message we have from SNIT today for you simply is that Ghana say you to go here grow a free Birim Central Municipality there. That is it. Said SNIT, your fan of serious by Jumandia SNIT, baby, your fan is serious. Say young Juma, and I have Juma, and I say I said your first SNIT, the kind of your fan is serious. I think I make us up. SNIT and one a Juma, yes, you said, or you grow a back over time. I have you became a it is SNIT and Juma. I said, yeah, the only institution. Please go on. Next slide, please. Yes, we are the only institution established by law. I just said, administer what we call pensions. Pension is one of the benefits that you get under SNIT. Under the National Pensions Act of 2008, SNIT is supposed to administer what we call the first year, or the National Basic Insurance Scheme. A Juma area necessarily replace the lost income of workers in Ghana due to old age. It is a year, and before the Casano, and Ria, you are one year, a Juma day, and there, you are one year, so you go for your Yes, I say, yet said there, yen try a copy and I say, yen I could do it free baby and a snake never shed, so we try a copy said you will move the free assassin. And snake yen I and where I said, but you will be
Our fathers stood tall when the journey began. With courage in their hearts and hope in their cry, they built a land whose dreams could never die. Their sweat brought us freedom, their spirit kept us strong. Now the soul of Ghana lives in every song. But the work is not finished, the dream still calls. A nation rises only when one soul stands for all.